Hi, I'm Julia Moreno, founder, operator, boardroom fighter, and after a few hard pivots, a venture capitalist who still loses sleep over pipeline reviews and the next big deal. If you found your way here, you're probably a little like me, someone who's had to sell something, build something, or save something, often all at once, before the clock ran out. I'm not here to preach. I'm here because sales is survival. And I've spent my career learning the hard way how you keep building when it feels like everything's on fire. The only reason I'm in a position to teach you anything is that I've failed spectacularly at every stage you'll see in this workshop. But I never quit and I never stopped prospecting. That's the reason I'm standing here today. Welcome to Fanatical Prospecting and the Winning Sales Process, brought to you by the Workshop Experience. But really, it's brought to you by the dozens of missed quotas, brutal investor meetings, lost clients, and hard-won wins that shaped me. This is not just a sales workshop. This is a series of living, breathing lessons pulled from the inside of my journey, my notes, my late-night debriefs, my personal playbook for building a pipeline that never runs dry. If you're ready, I want to give you the system I wish I'd had when I started. Let's get real. Sales isn't theory. It's a kind of war. Whether you're selling business to consumer, raising money from investors, or closing your next strategic partnership. It's every founder who's gone through 3 no's before breakfast. Every sales rep working 2 jobs to keep their dream alive. Every builder who's watched a month slip by with no new meetings on the calendar. If that's you, you belong here. Here's what you're stepping into. I'm about to walk you through the 6 critical modules that saved my company, made my fund, and helped my clients scale from barely surviving to running unstoppable sales engines. These modules aren't boxes to tick. They're the real edge, the stuff most sales workshops are too safe or too scripted to cover. Module 1, the winning sales mindset and work ethic. This is where everything begins, and where, honestly, most people get lost. I learned this on the days I couldn't get out of bed, on the weeks when I lost deals and confidence at the same time. Mindset isn't about motivational posters. It's about what you do when you don't want to do anything at all. There's a principle called the 30-day rule. The calls you make today pay you in 30 days or not at all. You'll learn how to outlast your moods, how to act before you're ready, and how to keep going long after you're tired. This isn't about feeling inspired. This is about building habits that rescue you when inspiration fails. Module 2, prospecting and preparation. Fanatical prospecting is how I got off the ground as a founder. You don't get funded, you don't get hired, you don't make quota unless you're willing to do the unglamorous work. I built my first lists at midnight and blocked the best hours of my day for making calls between bad meetings. If you think research replaces action, you're already behind. Here, you'll learn how to define your ideal customer profile. That means you'll pinpoint exactly who you're trying to reach and why. You'll build your list on the fly, qualify and move fast. Qualification just means deciding if a lead is worth your time before you invest hours chasing them. This module is for those who need results in the real world, not just on paper. Module 3, approach and crafting your value proposition. Let me be clear. Most deals die before they start, killed by the world's 1,000th generic email. If your first touch isn't unforgettable, you lose. I spent years figuring out how to cut through noise and make the right people care. In this module, I'll show you how to break through the inbox, how to set real appointments, and how to get remembered by buyers, partners, and even investors. You'll write and refine your value proposition here, not for personas, but for actual humans you want to win. Your value proposition is your short, sharp explanation of why your offer matters and why the other person should care, right now. Module 4, Discovery and Solution Presentation. This is the soul of sales. Discovery is where you stop guessing and start understanding. If you're not learning more than you're saying, you're doing it wrong. My biggest wins and saves came from asking the questions others were too scared to ask and listening past the surface answers. Here, you'll learn to uncover real pain, build trust, and tailor solutions that actually fit. You'll practice presenting not a demo, but an answer, proof that you listened, and proof that you solve real problems. Module 5, Objection Handling and Closing. If you're not getting objections, you're not even in the sale. Objections are signals. Closing is about leadership. I've learned, sometimes painfully, that the real work starts when the buyer pushes back. You'll master frameworks that keep you calm under fire, like listen, acknowledge, explore, respond, or feel, felt, found. That first one is about hearing the concern, making the other person feel understood, digging for what's really behind their resistance, and then responding thoughtfully instead of just pushing harder. You'll practice ethical closes, micro commitments, small yeses that build to a bigger yes, and how to create momentum without pressure. I'll show you how the best deals get done by removing fear and building confidence on both sides of the table. Module 6, Follow-up and Sustainable Success. Let's be honest, most so-called closers disappear after the contract is signed. That's not how you build a career, a business, or a reputation. The happiest customers are your best marketing and your best source of growth. This module will show you how to nurture, how to ask for referrals, how to turn wins into stories that bring more wins. We'll set up your 30-day action plan so you're accountable, not to me, but to yourself and to your team. I'm not promising easy, but I will promise you this. If you show up, if you do the work, you'll leave this workshop with more than tactics. You'll have a full cycle sales system, a blueprint you can use in any business at any stage for the rest of your career. This is what I teach founders before their first raise, what I drill with new reps, what I revisit every time my own numbers slip. So why am I here? Because too many good ideas die in inboxes, too many great founders quit too soon, and too many sellers burn out chasing leads instead of building pipelines. I want to fix that. I want you to leave this workshop with a system that's alive, that's proven, and that's yours. If you want another lecture, swipe to the next video. But if you want to step inside the real work, the real wins, and the real edge, if you want to see the process that built my company and my clients, then join me. Let's make your sales process fanatical, disciplined, and unbreakable. This is Fanatical Prospecting and the Winning Sales Process. I'm Julia Moreno, and I'm ready when you are.